How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Horror and Stuff. Today we are continuing our 2024 horror movie reviews with Last Night at Terrace Lanes. This is a new indie horror film that I was pleasantly surprised by. And if you haven't heard of this movie, what this movie is about, it's about a death cult that decides that a local bowling alley is going to be the place where they ascend by doing a massacre. And it is just as ridiculous as it sounds. But this movie knows exactly what it is, and it plays hard into that role with its over-the-top goofy plot and cast of characters. It sure does kind of hit the spot when you're waiting around for some good new horror films. When the killing starts, there is no mercy. But I do have to say, it might be extremely unfair, but when you have a low-budget horror movie like the first Terrifier, in the level of mastery over practical effects that they're able to achieve in that film, and then you watch some of these other indie films, yes, it is completely unfair to judge the practical effects to each other. But it's very difficult to do because we know that it can be done if you have the right team to do so, but how many people in this world can produce that level of practical effects on such a cheap budget? I don't know. I don't know how many can do it. Probably not very many. But the plot of this movie is ridiculous, but fun. This movie is just a fun time. If you enjoy slasher films, if you enjoy ridiculous comedic horror, then you will most certainly enjoy this movie. And the main villain is actually really damn good. Some of his lines actually kind of crack me up. This movie knows exactly what it is. The actors know exactly what it is. You can tell that they had a blast making the movie, and I enjoy that. Now, the biggest crux of it all, though. Why do most of these movies not get on some kind of streaming service? This is where the consumer, and not just on the indie movies, this is an issue with some AAA titles as well. As a consumer that is already paying for like 8 different streaming services, there shouldn't be another bar of entry for me to enjoy a movie, especially one that is straight to video. It is streaming. It is not streaming without a rental or purchase. But it was $6 or $7 for the rental on Amazon. For horror movie fans, sometimes it feels almost like a scavenger hunt, trying to figure out where we can watch all the new movies when they come out. I don't understand why, but I think it would have been a better play, especially for this movie, because I believe more eyes would have been on this movie immediately if it would have been put on Shudder or even one of the other streaming services, and they might not have been able to get a deal with Shudder. I don't know. I don't know the details, but I want a more consumer-friendly environment for horror movies. Last Night at Terrace Lanes is not, a knock you out of your socks horror film that's going to make you rush out and put it into your collection, day one release if it got a physical release. But it is a solid horror film with great moments in it. It's a film that I think deserves a little more interest in it. I don't believe that this is cult classic potential, but it is definitely a throw a movie on when you have some free time to kill and just have a good time. That's what this movie is. It is a just kick back, relax, and have a good time movie. This would definitely be a film that you would want to hang out with some friends, kick back and watch it for the first time. Anyway, I give Last Night at Terrace Lanes a 6.5 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you would rather not, that's fine too. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.